Welcome, one and all, to the north of Italy. Just outside Milan and Bergamo lies the Cremona karting circuit, which this weekend and today only will play host to the finals of the 2025 FIA Karting World Cup here for OKN, OKNJ, and of course the Academy Trophy finale for the juniors as well. Welcome to the International Karting Cremona circuit in Italy. But like we're saying, 1.2 kilometers, 235 meters down that start-finish straight, 150 down the back straight. It's around 8 to 10 meters wide. It's got an elevation change of around about 2 meters or so. But top speeds, drivers will be reaching that in one spot, and that'll be down in towards turn number one, around 123 kilometers per hour, and they'll average around 90 across the entirety of the lap. Michele Orlando and Christian Blandino, they've got some work to do from that third row of the grid. Can they do it?
Michele Orlando, Michele, great racing so far this weekend. Huge race out there and a track that you look confident and comfortable on.
Yeah, I'm so confident with the chassis, with the track, with the tires. And for this, I'm so happy to stay here in P5 and I go to win.
And trying to pull off a race win within this one, then we're now on a dry circuit. The chassis. How is the feeling when you're getting around these 15 corners? What is the car performance been like for you this weekend?
Yeah, I am so good feeling. The track is so difficult, and I'm proud to drive so clean for go to win.
And of course, this is a huge field. 36 karts on this grid. That's a lot of numbers. That's a lot of names as well. Big names like Joelli and Albert Tam. Are you feeling nervous with that amount of talent around you?
No, I'm not nervous.
Fighting talk. I like it. We'll see how you get on. Good luck for this one.
Then drivers getting themselves formed up out of turn number 12. Joelli Girardello and Albert Tam on that front row for Modena, for Parolin. Here we go. Out of the final corner.
Are we going to be racing then? First time in OKNJ here in Cremona. It is lights out, fights on in OKJ, and nicely done for the OKNJ category as they head through in towards turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. Down into turn 3, it looks like they're all outbreaking themselves, but they all make it through at the very start.
Dreams have been shattered then before we've hardly even got going within this race. Out there in the front, once more, deja vu moments in this final so far compared to what we saw in qualifying heats and super heats.
Here we go for the second.
Joelli Girardello is your leader, and your driver in P2 is now Michele Orlando. Overtakes the Genki for that second. Now then, in the early stages, Michele Orlando down the inside at turn number 1 got himself into P2 and brings along a Chepper there in P4. Defensive postures into turn number 5. Everything is on the line for these drivers, but what's going on right now between Genki, Orlando and Ochiepa? They're releasing Joelli Girardello, already 7/10. The driver sat in that Parolin has been gifted. This trio settled down out of turn at number 8. 3 laps for Joelli Girardello to try and extend that lead by putting in those purple sectors and purple laps.
Michele Orlando there in second place, though, will not want to drop off the back of Girardello. The gap at the moment is 8/10 of a second. That is still not the end of the world. It does go up to 9/10 now, so the gap is extending as it goes on. But we need these drivers to get into a rhythm now that they can feel like they can close the gap up. The same for Alexander Legenki. They know they're quick, they know they've got the pace. The one thing they don't want to do is start fighting for second place to allow Girardello to break away, and already that gap is now down from 9/10 to 7/10.
It's fast, but I probably imagine that it actually feels really slow for Joelli. You know, he's going to be out there just wanting this race to be over as quick as he possibly can. 21 laps for him to complete. That's going to feel like an absolute eternity. Probably feeling like an eternity as well for Michele Orlando, who's still going to be thinking about Albert Tam there in P3.
Here in Italy, 2025, it is in Italy, 1-2 on the podium with Joelli Girardello, Michele Orlando and Albert Tam locking out the top 3. A job well done for not only himself.
The next driver we're going to pull over is, of course, Michele Orlando, who we spoke to you on the grid earlier on. Michele, we knew that you were going to pull off all that you had within that race, and you round out with the top 2.
Yeah, I'm happy for the result, and I have a little problem with the chassis next of the corner, but I'm happy. And thanks to all my team, the air, my motor is Modena engine, to my family, to my mechanic, and to all the person helped me in this year.
Well, Michele, congratulations. You'll be taking a trophy home this weekend.
In second position, please welcome, representing Italy, it's Michele Orlando. Please welcome Raffaele Gianmaria, the president of the ATI Sport Karting Commission, to present the second place trophy, heading to Michele Orlando. Drivers, lift those trophies as high up as you can. Nice big smiles for all of the photographers out there. A fantastic end in the sunshine here for the first inaugural OKNJ World Cup. And then would like to get 3, 2, 1, champagne! Well, there you have it for the OKNJ class. They are done and dusted this weekend, and a brand new World Cup winner in the form of Italy's Giulio Girardello.